think I have a little bit more time for relaxation. I think I have a little bit more headspace for focused concentration. And I think I have a little bit more capacity for attention to my real relationships. Every month I do a new 30-day challenge, and I wasn't sure what to do at first, but there was this TED Talk that was kind of, just sitting in the back of my mind and wouldn't leave me alone. And there was Cal Newport's TED Talk. It was called Why You Should Quit Social Media. And there were two quotes that kind of really stood out to me, and I'll just read them to you. The first one is, "We have a growing amount of research which tells us that if you spend large portions of your day in a state of fragmented attention, that this can permanently reduce your capacity for concentration." And that scares me a little bit. Well, one, I'm a student, so I really need my concentration to perform well. And on my own time, I also like to make videos and make music. And sometimes that'll take, a few hours at a time, and I want to be relatively concentrated for that period. Second one, we know from the research literature that the more you use social media, the more likely you are to feel lonely or isolated. So if Instagram's exacerbating that, I had to go. Now this TED Talk is called Why You Should Quit Social Media. So why did I single out Instagram? Well, first, I only use Facebook and Instagram regularly. So Facebook I needed to keep because most of my friends and family are not in Atlanta, and it would be harder to talk to them otherwise. However, I did take some steps to minimize my Facebook usage. I blocked my newsfeed, and I deleted the Facebook and Messenger apps off of my phone. Instagram, I did kind of use it for photography and music especially, but I figured I could probably figure out ways to promote those without Instagram. And Instagram was kind of a distraction. It was something that I kind of craved to use every now and then, and whenever I would post a photo, I would want to keep checking, how many likes did it get, or if I posted a story, who saw it. So I felt like I could probably do without it, and at the very least I could try it the next 30 days and find out. So here's how the 30 days went down. Overall, it was not the hardest 30-day challenge I've ever done, to be honest. It was, I was able to get 100% every day. I did not open Instagram. And that was, sometimes it was hard, but, compared to other 30-day challenges I've done, really one of the easier ones. Sometimes I did have cravings. Sometimes I would just kind of sit there. I would reach for my phone, just look through my apps, realize there's nothing interesting, put it back down. I would reach for my phone in my pocket, find out my phone's not even in my pocket. I just left it in my room or something because nothing interesting on it. I did do one thing to cope, I guess, as if I'm recovering from an addiction. And that one thing you might think is cheating at first, but let me tell you what it is and why. I downloaded VSCO. And if you don't know what VSCO is, it's an app that's kind of similar to Instagram in a way. It's the idea of it is it kind of allows you to post photos and edit them easily without having the social media feel that Instagram does. So you can still follow people and like their stuff, but those are never on display. So you can never know how many followers you have or how many likes you have on a photo. So it's cool because it allows you to, post and edit photos very easily without being caught up in the numbers and the metrics. And also I don't follow any of my friends on VSCO, so I'm not seeing their personas that they've created. I'm just seeing, I don't really scroll through the feed on VSCO, but when I do, I'm just seeing photography, basically. That's it. That's basically what it's all about. It's about photography, whereas Instagram is more about personas, at least from my experience. But then, end of the challenge came, and I was finally able to download Instagram again. Thank the Lord. I was really looking forward to just kind of seeing what I missed, seeing, what notifications I had. So I downloaded the app, pretty excited, and I shouldn't have been surprised, but honestly, it was pretty disappointing. Looking through people's stories, looking at people's selfies, or, vacation pictures, or whatever, honestly was not that interesting. And I guess in that moment I realized, that's how it usually is when I go on Instagram. It's usually when I think about going on it, it's really exciting. And it's almost like the reward happens when I decide to go on Instagram. And then the rest of the time when I'm actually on it, it's just kind of like going down, or my enjoyment level is just going down. Because I notice myself, I'm scrolling through looking for something exciting maybe, and then usually don't find it. Or I open the app because I'm anticipating getting, a ton of likes on my latest photo because it was so good. It was a great shot, spent a lot of time editing it. So good, should get hundreds of likes. And then I look and it gets 47 or something like that. And it's just not that fulfilling. And I guess that's it made me realize that Instagram's just not my friend. It's not there to make my life better. It's there to get me high some of the time, so I'm hooked, and then ultimately it just leaves me dry most of the time. So I deleted the app again. I still have both of my accounts. I can, log in on the computer. The computer version is a little less user-friendly, and I can't really post on it. But I don't think I'm missing out on very much. I think I have a little bit more time for relaxation. I think I have a little bit more headspace for focused concentration. And I think I have a little bit more capacity for attention to my real relationships. So I have just a few things for you to consider after watching this video. Is Instagram or other social media harming you in any way? Do you need to take time off? And if you're going to continue to use it, how can you use social media in a way that it doesn't make you more distracted, more lonely, more anxious, more addicted? And lastly, how can you increase your sense of genuine connection in your life?